You want to score a perfect 100 in your English Class 10 exams, but your answers are not getting the perfect score it requires, and so you're tensed. So let's see what we can do for that, and let's find a solution, so don't worry. So first, you take out your midterm or previous pre-board papers and analyze your paper and check all your mistakes, what the teacher expects. Everything should be noted down in a clean sheet of paper where you write your corrections. You have to focus more on the things where you need to put more effort and where things are going wrong rather than doing the same thing again and again, because English is a subject which is quite chill. Unless and until you understand the algorithm of the subject, it's all very chill. So understand it, and I highly recommend Dear Sir, because Dear Sir has helped me a lot. It's not a sponsor, but I highly recommend him because most of the questions which was in my board exam was from the questions which he told us in his revision classes, and grammar also, everything was so apt. So I recommend you to watch Dear Sir's videos. It's very very helpful. So understand the lessons in a more deeper way, in more value based way, rather than just studying the theory. So now what can you do? How can you attempt the paper to get the best out of it? So first, you take any of the PYQs or the sample papers and just analyze it. It's not necessary that you attend the paper in the same manner how it is given, like not in the same order. You can mismatch it. So I started with section A because comprehension was always the tricky part. So I used to first finish off the comprehension. So there are two comprehensions. So you can finish the first two comprehensions first and then move on to the next ones. Then I used to do grammar, right? So grammar also was quite like challenging. I used to think a lot for grammar. So I used to finish grammar and comprehension first so that I can do the other things in a more easier and in a more smoother manner. So finish that first. It depends from a person to person to analyze your trend and how it works for you. Then I used to do the creative writing. We have to write a lot, so I used to finish creative writing also, and then at last I used to do literature because I was strong with literature and I used to get more marks in literature, and I would manage even if it's in the last moment. If I had no time, I would somehow write it and I would manage literature. So that's the reason I used to keep literature in the end, and it did also work for me in my final board exam where I went through a shortage of time, but I kept literature in the last and I managed and I got a good marks. So that's the reason, analyze how it works for you. For me it works different, for you it works different, so you have to analyze the trend, how it works for you. For that, the only way to understand is solving more papers, solving more PYQs, keeping a proper time, and then solving the paper and creating an exam environment. It's better to suffer in your homes rather than suffering in the exam hall. So that's my policy and it did work for me. So you can do that. It might all feel very unreal scoring good marks in 10th grade, but do not worry, we will achieve it. It's not a big deal. You can score very good marks in English. Moreover, the English papers soft boards are easier and the correction is also very, very, very lenient when compared to your school papers. So do not worry. Just keep the josh high and do not lose motivation. Now, how do we write an answer? So, this is the question. So, for this is how you're supposed to write an answer. Like, underline, the bolded ones are the ones you're supposed to underline. And see, we have also written the author's name, that is Dr. James Herriot. So you should write it in this manner. Keep it very crisp and short and underline the keywords properly. Now, how are we not supposed to write an answer? There is also an other answer like this we're not supposed to write, because see, look how short it is and nothing is underlined. It's not at all apt, so do not write. Why is this wrong? Because there's no details, no keywords, no author's name, no explanation. It's very short and not in exam appropriate language. So, if you couldn't read the answers, kindly rewind back, pause the video, and understand what is wrong in that answer. So, just don't lose motivation, keep the josh high, and keep on studying. It's all very easy. We're gonna rock this, so do not worry. Bye bye. All the best.